Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. My name is Evi and I read books. And today I got for you guys a different type of TBR. There were two readathons taking place in September that I'm participating in. Number one is a magical readathon and number two is Bookoplathon. Bookoplathon is made by Becca and the Books. I will leave the announcement video in the description box, and the magical readathon is made by Book Rose, which also has an announcement video down below. I am gonna try to mix them a little bit together because obviously Bookoplathon is based on Monopoly, and there are two ways there's one way I'm gonna incorporate the magical readathon in that, because the magical readathon has a ton of prompts. Trust me, they can explain their readathons way better than I would, so I'm not gonna try to make that much of an effort of it. But first of all, I can say that you have community cards and you have chance cards. They're going to be this lovely pile of cards that I got from my own TBR game. If you're not following me for longer, I have my own Roll the Dice TBR game, which is my explosion cards. I'll explain the dice. Which are confetti cards, which has my least anticipated and my most anticipated books shuffled together. So if I just grab a card, it has a book on it. So those are my chance cards. So if I roll up on a chance card, I just pick one of this. And then actually the community shelf cards were prompts, but because the magical readathon, and I have the file opened on my iPad, has a ton of prompts. By the way, gorgeous thing. I numbered these first prompts that you need for this part of the magical readathon. The character prompts are again until April 2022, so if I can, I might just pick a prompt out of there every month or so. But these 7, I need to read at least 2 prompts of that. But those are going to be my community shelf cards, so I just numbered them from 1 to 7. And if I land on community shelf cards, I will just be randomizing a number from 1 to 7, and that's going to be my prompt of the magical readathon. Let's just say in case I do not roll any community shelf cards, which means I have no prompts for the magical readathon, I will be adding 2 books to my I will be adding 2 more books to my list, depending on how many double rolls that I got. Because I'm gonna roll 6 times with the Bookoplathon board. Well, I was fine, so, and then I'll explain your dice. You need 2 dice. But my dice are a little special. These from a Yahtzee game. I use them for roll the dice too, but they don't have 6. My dice don't have a 6 on it, but they have an explosion sign, like this, boom. These are just gonna be a 6. I use them in my roll the dice game as the explosion, the confetti ones. Okay, roll number 1 is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is humans. So the first prompt was humans. And this was not really a difficult prompt for me to fill because I read a lot of mystery thrillers which are with humans, obviously. But I'm gonna start with like a smaller book. I think this is even the smallest book I have on my physical TBR shelf, because of the fact that I have no idea how this TBR is gonna work. I don't know, so I'm gonna start small, and that is A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. It's the smallest book on my physical TBR shelf. It is 207 pages long. So, and it has a pretty big font too. So that's that. I have read The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. I have watched The Lucky One. I have also watched A Walk to Remember. When I was younger, I remember like singing along with Mandy Moore. I think it's Mandy Moore, right? A long time. So I do still Only Hope was my favorite song, like when I was a kid, sort of. Obviously next to High School Musical songs, but you know. But I never actually watched the movie as an adult or even read the book. So I wanted to read the book and maybe even watch the movie if I have an opportunity to watch it, because I do remember that it was a pretty hefty story. But as a kid, I was more interested in the musical part about it than about the fact that I think it's about cancer or something. So I'm really curious about this book. Like, as an adult, am I still gonna love it? And on to roll number 2. Roll number 2. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New. Okay, new. I hoped it would meant like new purchase, but it was actually meaning A new book that you haven't heard a lot about, or an old book that was really hyped when it came out, but you haven't heard that much about it at the moment. And I'm not sure if I'm making the right choice for this, but I've been looking through my closet for like a while, and I have no idea what book to pick, because all of them are hyped, and I still see them a lot in BookTube, or they are just unknown and never been hyped, or old and never been hyped. So I went with City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. And the reason I'm giving this is because I'm pretty sure I've seen this book, or this book series, like Mortal Instruments series, and the entire Shadowhunters world a lot of the times. Like City of Bones and City of Ashes and everything, I hardly see on YouTube anymore, or like as far as I see on my people, like on my subscription list. So that's why I picked City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. It's the second one in the Mortal Instruments series. I have no matching series because that's how I work. I have read the first one, I think back in January. I did enjoy it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if I haven't watched the Shadowhunters series like a couple of years ago. But I enjoyed it enough to want to continue with the book. So it's a pretty hyped book, I know, but like I said, the Mortal Instruments series itself, I hardly see. I mostly see like the Bane Chronicles I have seen on BookTube lately, but like the actual Mortal Instruments I have not seen the last couple of months, or maybe even last couple of year. Could be that I'm just not watching the right BookTube videos about it. But it's an old book, and I'm pretty sure it was hyped when it came out. So this one. Number 3. It's a double! Yay! 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Community shelf. Okay, so I don't know if it's bad luck or good luck, but I rolled a double, which means adding on an extra roll in the end. But I also rolled community shelf, which means a prompt from the Magical Readathon. And I will be generating from 0 to 7. Okay. Gotta go generate number 7, which is the Aurelium Academy arc, a book with a school setting. Let me look for a book with a school setting. Okay, I decided to go for a book that has been shown on my channel for a lot. The past year. My channel is like a year old, so... And that is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Yes, this was my favorite book series last year. Yes, The Box in the Woods is out, and I haven't read it yet. And that's the reason why I want to read this one. Truly Devious, I want to reread it. I'm not sure if I'm going to reread it physically or that I'm going to listen to it on audio or both. I definitely just want to dive back into the original story and the second and the third book, obviously, too, before I start with the fourth book, because I just enjoyed it so much. Number 4 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spooky. For spooky, I went with Conference of the Birds by Ransom Riggs. The fifth part of the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. Is it a spooky book? Yeah, I think it needs scary. It has like disturbing pictures, obviously. Like, come on, that's scary, right? That's spooky. So that's why I'm picking that one. I was looking at like more spooky books that I got, and I was like, oh, but I want to keep that one in case. I have a community shelf card for like monsters and everything, and oh, I want to keep that one for this. So I just decided to go with the Conference of Birds because that's why I make a TBR game, because I just have trouble choosing a book. And even if a prompt tells me to pick this book, I'm like, am I really gonna pick that book? Maybe I pick that one because that's also spooky. The reason I picked this one, except of the other 2 spookier books that I got on my shelf that are continuations in series, is because I've been reading this series, I think, for almost 10 years now. So I really need to continue on reading and maybe even finish this. I think there is a book after this one too. An excuse to buy a new book. Roll number 5. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A community shelf. The Bookopoly board is lucky, or I am lucky. Like, is good to me. I'm gonna generate numbers from 1 to 6 because prompt number 7 I already had. So community shelf is again a prompt from the Magical Readathon. I'm gonna generate a number from 0 to 6 and see which prompt I can fill. Prompt number 3. 3 is read a standalone. I can make that work. Okay, for my standalone I went with a Dutch book because this pile is growing, like really growing, and I had already 1 extra spin. So 7 spins, so 7 books minimum right now. I just hope no extra spins anymore because I got my community shelves, that was okay. But I went for a quick read, one of my favorite Dutch young adult authors who unfortunately I think passed away in 2016, but I'm still trying to catch up on all of her books, and I had one at home that is unread, and that is Ontvoerd by Evi Reads Books. Like I said, Dutch YA author, young adult, thrillers, love it. This is like really a whodunit type of book where a lot of the times you get the perspective of a cop, because I remember the author used to be a cop in the Netherlands, so that's why I always love her books, because you can just investigate with them and also feel the feels of all the kids and all the people who are going through stuff. I know her books, if you have the time for it and the peace for it and the attention for it, because sometimes I have time enough to read a book, but I don't have the attention span to read a full book in one sitting. But I'm pretty sure her books mostly do the trick if you have the time for it. Number 6, and oh god, the sun is coming. It's one day good weather in Belgium, and the sun is ruining my board. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lowest rated. 8th was the lowest rated. I'm gonna be a little bit quicker because my battery is about to die, and I normally don't update Goodreads anymore, so I'm just gonna use Goodreads and see the first one I still own. It's like I said, I don't actually use it anymore, and unfortunately I use Storygraph, but Storygraph doesn't have the ability to sort on rating. You can sort on books you haven't read, books you own, but not on rating, like names and everything, yes, but not on the rating. So I'm gonna look at my Goodreads bookshelf. Hopefully there are still a lot of books on there that I still own, and otherwise I might just go look for one that I think might have the lowest rating. So let's see, reverse, obviously. Lowest rating first, please. Verstrikt by Mel Alice de Vries. Already read that one. Wait, that's not possible. That's not even... Oh, but that's maybe on my rating. Oh gosh, am I so dumb? Lowest rating? Try again. Don't have that one in mind. Okay. I have Passy Spell by Isa Maron. So I have that one. But it only has 9 reviews. Like 90 ratings, so that's probably why it's that low. It's a Dutch book. It's a Dutch thriller book, Passy Spell by Isa Maron. She has like a North Sea murder trilogy that I have read and that I really enjoyed. So I definitely want to read Passy Spell, which is I think a standalone. I got it on my e-reader, so I'll be reading that. Okay, roll number 7. It's a double 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a chance card. Okay, roll number 6 is a chance card. So I'm gonna grab these cards. I'm just gonna shuffle them a little. And I also rolled a double, which also means that I will be rolling again. 8 books, yay! I'm so happy that I already got my community shelves in there, because if I had to roll 8 books and then 2 more for the Magical Readathon, I would cry. So the book, I'm just gonna pick the top book, the top one. Okay, so my 7th book is going to be, what is that? Bloemen van de Dust, and it's by Tatiana de Rosne. I know it's on my book choice, it's an audiobook, so it's gonna be okay. I mean, I definitely read audiobooks or listen to audiobooks. I am so not looking forward to this book. Like I said, I don't even know what it's about. I don't even know what genre is it. Is it a thriller? Is it a contemporary? Is it a romance? Historical? I don't know. Maybe I should look that up. By the way, also getting extremely hot in my room. It's, oh my god, it's a science fiction thriller. I don't really read science fiction. Like the only science fiction that I know that I've read was Illuminae, and I DNF'd it because I just did not like it. Roll number 8. Oh my god, another double. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Community shelf. Oh god. Another double. Oh, please. Please don't do this to me. Why am I doing this? Well, wait, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I thought 8 books. I think my best reading month was like June, and I read 8 books, but I constantly read. Right now, I got a couple of pick books. Promise for the Magical Readathon. At least I'm going through that one. I'm just gonna go, again, read another prompt for the Aurelium Academy. To fulfill the Aurelium Academy. So I'm just gonna go random number generator. I'm just gonna stay 1 to 6 again. If I roll a 3, I re-roll because I already had prompt number 3. So let's go. I roll a 5. A 5 is a thriller or a mystery book. I can definitely do that. I can do a thriller or a mystery book. I mean, I only own thrillers or mysteries almost. Okay, and also with this book, I went for young adult Dutch or Belgium, young adult Belgium thriller, and that is also a continuation in the series. I'm doing good with continuations, although I'm restarting the series, but that is Blue Glass by Bookoplathon, and which is Team Mortis Part 6. It's an 11-part Belgian series that I really am enjoying. One book I'm enjoying more than the other. It has a little bit of a sheriff vibe, in case you're looking for something similar. It's like teenagers who try to solve crimes. Number 8. Which is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spooky again. And for my last roll, finally, my 8th book was spooky again. And like I said, I had other spooky books that I wanted to choose. And I chose the smallest one, but also the middle grade one out of the 2 ones that I still have on my shelf. And that is Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. It's the 2nd book in the Cassidy Blake series. Right now they're in Paris. I think last time they were like in Scotland or something. I don't know. It's a middle grade book about a girl who can see ghosts, and her parents are ghost hunters, but they don't know she can see the ghosts, which is great. It's a spooky book, and it's definitely working the spooky vibe. So on top of this tag, there's also an audiobook and an ebook. I'm great. It's great. I'm good. I think. Am I good? Okay, I need to continue on this. So these are the books I'm going to be reading in September, or at least try to read, for the Magical Readathon and a Bookoplathon. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave down in the comments below if you're participating in the Bookoplathon or the Magical Readathon. I would like to know. And if you want to see more of me, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!